health habit adjuster. In America, we have a number we don't like to talk about. That number is 66. It represents the average healthy lifespan in the United States. For many, this means the years that follow are defined not by freedom and joy, but by a slow decline. It's a future filled with pharmacy visits, recurring doctor's appointments, and a steady loss of the independence we once took for granted. We see our parents and grandparents struggle, and we quietly accept that this might be our fate too. We've been told it's just a natural part of getting older, an unavoidable reality of the human body breaking down over time. But what if this narrative is fundamentally wrong? What if there was a different path, one that didn't lead to a decade or more of managed decline? Imagine a future where your 70s are still filled with vitality, your 80s are still filled with vitality, and even your 90s are still filled with vitality. Picture yourself walking to the market without assistance, playing with your grandchildren on the floor, and navigating your daily life with confidence and strength. This isn't a fantasy or a fairy tale. For an entire nation, it is a lived reality, a cultural standard that has been cultivated for nearly a century. This alternative future exists, and its secrets are surprisingly simple and accessible to everyone. Now let's travel across the world to Japan. This is a country with a staggering statistic that completely flips our Western assumptions about aging on their head. Japan is home to over 95,000 people who have lived past the age of 100. These are not individuals confined to beds, not confined to nursing homes, but active, engaged members of their communities. They are centenarians who are still sharp, mobile, and living with a degree of independence that seems almost impossible by American standards. Their existence proves that a long life doesn't have to mean a frail life. It's a powerful testament to a different approach. So, what is their secret? It isn't found in a miracle pill, a complex genetic advantage, or an expensive, exclusive health regimen. The answer is far more profound and, thankfully, much simpler. It is woven into the very fabric of their daily culture. Since 1928, Japan has promoted a nationwide morning movement routine, a series of gentle exercises practiced by schoolchildren and practiced by their great-grandparents. This simple habit, performed without any special equipment or a gym membership, is the cornerstone of their remarkable longevity and health. It is a proven secret hiding in plain sight.
This daily practice is not about high-intensity workouts or pushing your body to its absolute limit. It is the exact opposite. The philosophy is built on the Japanese concept of kaizen, which means continuous, small improvements. The movements are gentle, functional, and designed to support the very things that matter most as we age: balance, posture, joint mobility, foundational strength. It is a system that works with your body, not against it, to build resilience over time. Just a few dedicated minutes each day can compound into decades of added strength, stability, and unwavering confidence. In this video, I will pull back the curtain on this powerful tradition. We will explore 9 exact movements, step by step. I will guide you to perform them correctly and safely, regardless of your fitness level. You will learn not just the how but the why, understanding the simple biomechanics that make them so effective against aging challenges. This isn't about becoming a super athlete. It's about reclaiming how your body is meant to move, one gentle exercise at a time. Forget spending hours at the gym or buying complicated equipment. These movements are designed for your living room. For anyone tired of waking up stiff. For those who feel a flicker of fear walking on uneven ground or climbing stairs. Worried about the possibility of a fall. Felt the frustrating limits of a body that doesn't move like it used to. This is where your new journey begins. Before we dive into the first movement, we want to connect with our community. Your journey is important. Sharing it inspires others. Go down to the comments and tell us which one of 9 exercises, movements, Japanese elders do every day are better than walking for senior wellness. You are going to start today. I read every comment because your stories and commitment drive this mission. It's a small step. The first step to holding yourself accountable and joining a global community dedicated to aging stronger, not slower. Why does life after 50 so often become a battle against our own bodies? For millions, it starts subtly. It's a slow, creeping erosion of physical freedom. It begins with the simple act of getting out of a chair. Suddenly you need a little push from your hands. Then, climbing a flight of stairs leaves you breathless. You find yourself hesitating before stepping off a curb. Walking across an icy patch, extra caution. This isn't just getting old. It's specific systems weakening from disuse but reversible. The primary culprit: loss of foundational strength in the legs and glutes. Quads, glutes, hamstrings. These are our independence muscles responsible for standing up and for maintaining balance. Sedentary habits cause muscle fibers to atrophy. The body stops maintaining tissue it doesn't use. Our balance system is a complex interplay between the inner ear, vision, and the nerves in the feet and joints. That sense, proprioception, starts to get rusty. Without regular challenges, the system fails, increasing slips and falls. Another silent problem: stiffness. Decades of sitting at desks, sitting in cars, sitting on couches, hip flexors become tight, hamstrings shorten. That pulls the pelvis out of alignment. The lower back compensates. The upper body slumps into a hunched posture. Hunched posture compresses internal organs. It restricts breathing. It puts chronic strain on the spine. It's a vicious cycle. Poor posture makes movement uncomfortable, so we move less. Finally, chronic stress keeps the nervous system in low-grade fight or flight. Cortisol floods the body, linked to inflammation, poor sleep, muscle breakdown. We carry tension in the shoulders, neck, and back. We've forgotten how to signal safety so we can rest, repair, and recover. These 4 factors are weak legs, poor balance, chronic stiffness, unresolved stress, are the pillars of decline. But each pillar can be dismantled one simple movement at a time. So, how can a few minutes of gentle movement each day possibly counteract decades of decline? The answer lies in some basic, yet powerful principles of human physiology. Your body is not a machine that wears out. It is a living, adaptable system that constantly remodels itself. The Japanese exercises we are about to explore are designed to send very specific signals to your body, to rebuild strength, sharpen balance, restore flexibility, and find calm. This works through a few key mechanisms, starting with your muscles and your brain. When you hold a pose like the sumo stance, you engage slow-twitch muscle fibers. Not the fibers for explosive power, but for endurance and postural support. Balance-focused moves like the cat stance challenge your nervous system, forcing your brain to form new neural pathways. Neuroplasticity. Your brain relearns to integrate input from your feet, eyes, and inner ear, fine-tuning your balance system. Postures like seiza gently lengthen muscles tightened by years of chair sitting. It's not about forcing painful stretches. It's about gentle, consistent encouragement back to natural length. Think of untying many small knots, not ripping them apart. Consistent daily practice convinces the body to let go of long-held tension and adopt a healthier resting posture. Finally, mindful breathing and posture in seated meditation. Slow, deep diaphragmatic breaths stimulate the vagal nerves, the main highway of the parasympathetic rest and digest system, the opposite of fight or flight. Activating it lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and decreases cortisol. It signals every cell it's safe to repair and recover. This daily dose of calm doesn't just feel good mentally. It creates the physiological environment for your body to heal and grow stronger. Let me tell you about a man named Akio Tanaka, a 72-year-old retired shop owner I met in a small town outside of Kyoto. When his wife passed away, Akio found himself alone for the first time in 50 years. His grief and solitude led him to become increasingly inactive. His world shrank to the 4 walls of his home. A trip to the corner market, once simple, became a daunting expedition. He felt his legs grow weak. A persistent ache settled into his lower back. His biggest fear was falling while he was alone. That fear kept him glued to his favorite armchair for most of the day. His daughter, worried, didn't push gyms or complex programs. Instead, she reintroduced him to radio taiso movements from his childhood. She started him with just one move, the wall squat. For the first week, he stood against the wall and slid down a few inches, holding 15 seconds. It was tiny effort, but something he could do without fear. His legs shook and the muscles burned, but he did it every single day. After a week, he added a second movement, 30 seconds of the cat stance, holding the kitchen table. He felt wobbly and uncertain, but noticed the soles of his feet and subtle weight shifts. Over the course of a month, he added one new movement each week. He began sitting in seiza with a cushion for 1 minute while watching the news. He practiced the sumo stance for 20 seconds at a time. 3 months in, Akio was doing a full 5-minute routine every morning. The change was profound. He could get up from his armchair without using his hands. The ache in his back vanished and was replaced by stability. One afternoon, he walked to the corner market without thinking, steps confident and posture upright. The fear of falling became a quiet confidence in his body's support. Akio's story is not a miraculous transformation, but the cumulative effect of small, consistent, intelligent effort. He didn't conquer aging. He chose to partner with it. Let's begin with the first movement, a powerful stance that has been a cornerstone for Japan's most formidable athletes for more than a millennium. It is called kibidachi, or the sumo stance. This posture is about building the exact kind of functional leg strength older adults need. Think about the power required to get out of a low chair, climb a steep set of stairs, catch your balance on an uneven surface. This single movement trains the very muscles, your quadriceps, glutes, inner thighs, that make those actions possible and safe. Here is how you perform it safely. Start by standing with your feet set wide about twice shoulder width. Turn your toes outward to about 45 degrees. Slowly lower your hips straight down, sitting between your legs, not behind. Keep your spine tall and chest proud. Rest your hands on your thighs for stability. Hold 20 to 30 seconds to start. Stand near a wall or sturdy furniture if you feel unsteady. Work up to 1 or 2 minutes as you get stronger. You'll feel warming through the major leg muscles. Research shows this stance activates more leg muscles than a standard squat with less knee strain. The wide hip angle helps counteract decades of sitting-related stiffness. By mastering this move, you build the strength and stability to come. Next, move from a wide base to a posture that challenges balance. It awakens the balance system that quietly saves you from injury. Inspired by karate, it mimics how a cat tests the ground. It retrains ankles, hips, and core to work together, key for preventing slips and falls. Now we will take our practice down to the floor for a movement that is less about strength and more about resetting your entire postural alignment from the ground up. This is seiza, which translates to proper sitting. For centuries, this was the standard way people in Japan would sit for meals, tea ceremonies, and moments of quiet reflection. While it may look challenging at first, it is a gentle yet profound way to stretch the very muscles that contribute to most of the posture-related problems we see after 50. It directly targets the tight hip flexors and quadriceps that pull your body forward into that hunched, aged posture we all want to avoid. Let's get into the position correctly. Begin by kneeling on a soft surface like a mat or a folded blanket. Your knees should be together, and you will fold your legs so that the tops of your feet are resting flat on the floor. From here, slowly and carefully sit your hips back onto your heels, making sure to keep your back tall but relaxed. If you feel tightness or discomfort in your knees or ankles, that is completely normal. The key is not to force it. Simply place a firm cushion, a folded towel, or a yoga block between your heels and your hips. This small adjustment provides support and makes the position much more accessible. Why is this simple seated position so transformative? Because unlike sitting in a chair, where your core muscles can completely switch off, seiza requires your deep core and spinal stabilizers to engage to keep you upright. It gently lengthens the exact muscles that become shortened and tight from our chair-bound lifestyles, which helps to restore the natural curve of your spine. Start by holding the pose for just 30 seconds to a minute. You can do it while watching television or listening to music. Over time, you can gradually build up to 3 or even 5 minutes a day, quietly reshaping the way you sit, stand, and walk through the world. From the physical posture of seiza, we transition into a practice that goes deeper, connecting the body to the mind and nervous system. This is Zazen, or seated meditation. While it originates from Zen monasteries where monks would hold the posture for hours, You don't need to be a monk to reap its benefits. Zazen is more than just sitting still. It is an active, isometric posture that builds inner strength and endurance. It teaches your body to be both stable and relaxed at the same time.
Remember, sometimes there is a simple way on how to relieve or get a treatment for the problem. Naturally from an ebook, How to Get Rid of Health Issues, Quickly Without Medication. It's the step-by-step guide you can use right from your kitchen to reclaim your health naturally by someone who's been there. If you're tired of being told medication is your only option, this could change everything for you. Your body has an incredible ability to heal itself while you sleep when you give it the right ingredient. That is available at local grocery store, or you can order them online. Visit howtogetridofhealthissues.com to get your step-by-step guide today.
The primary goal here is to use your posture to calm your nervous system and strengthen your core from the inside out. If Zazen helped you tune into your inner strength, our next movement brings that strength outward. This is kibidachi, the horse stance. It was used by samurai warriors and by karate masters. They trained for battle. You train for a lifetime of independence. The stance is named for a rider on horseback. It builds deep leg strength. It improves lateral side-to-side stability. And it awakens hip muscles many stop using after 50. Here is how you can practice the horse stance. Stand with your feet parallel to each other. Position them a little wider than your shoulders. Aim for about 1 extra foot's width on each side. Keep your feet pointing straight forward, not turned out as in the sumo stance. Now, bend your knees and lower your hips as if sitting into an invisible chair beneath you. Keep your spine tall, core engaged. Arms relaxed by your sides or resting on your thighs. Start by holding this pose for just 20 to 30 seconds and aim to repeat it 2 or 3 times. As you hold the pose, you'll feel the burn in your quads, in your glutes, and especially your adductors, the inner thigh muscles. These are the exact muscles that prevent you from falling sideways. The stance also improves how your hips and knees track together, which supports long-term joint health. Beyond muscle strength, studies show kibidachi enhances proprioception, your body's sense of where it is in space. That sense naturally declines as we age. So training it consistently makes you far more stable on uneven ground or when stepping off a curb. Finally, to tie everything together, we end with a move that is both exercise and progress tracker. We call it the wall squat, the invisible chair. While not ancient, it's widely used by modern Japanese physiotherapists, especially in senior fitness programs. Why? Because it safely activates your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your core, all at once, without impact on your joints. It's a simple, honest test of your foundational strength. It reveals exactly how much stronger your legs have become. Section 1. Your 5-minute daily blueprint for strength. You have now learned the 9 powerful movements that have supported the health and vitality of Japanese elders for generations. But knowledge alone doesn't build strength. Action does. The real secret is weaving these exercises into your daily life, creating a simple, sustainable ritual. You don't need to do all 9 every day. That would be overwhelming. Instead, 2 short routines. 1 morning, 1 evening. Morning routine. About 3 minutes. First, begin with 1 minute of seiza, or proper sitting. Use a cushion for support. Create a tall spine, and take slow, deep breaths. Second, transition into 1 minute of Zazen, seated meditation. Stay on your cushion, cross your legs if comfortable, and focus on your breath. Finally, perform 30 seconds of kibidachi, the cat stance on each leg. Kibidachi, right leg first. Use a wall or chair for support. Kibidachi, left leg next. This fires your stabilizer muscles and primes your balance. Your evening routine is slightly longer, about 4 minutes, designed to release the tension of the day and build foundational strength while you unwind. First, begin with 1 minute of kibidachi, the sumo stance. This opens tight hips and activates your glutes after a day of sitting. Keep chest up and spine long. Second, move into 1 minute of kibidachi, the horse stance. This builds lateral stability and strength in your inner thighs. Keep your feet parallel. Finally, Finish your day with a 2-minute wall squat. Find a 90-degree angle and breathe through the hold. This is your strength-building finale and progress check-in. That's it, just 7 minutes total, split into 2 manageable sessions. This isn't about finding time for a workout. It's about integrating moments of mindful movement into your existing day. The morning routine sets your body's foundation, and the evening routine builds upon it. This simple structure removes the guesswork. You know exactly what to do when you wake up and before you go to bed. This is the path of Kaizen: small, consistent improvements. Start building a body that feels stronger, more stable, and more confident, not in months, but starting from the very first week. Section 2. Listening to your body progress and modifications. As you begin this new practice, the most important skill you will develop is the ability to listen to your body. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Your primary rule should be to work within a range that feels challenging but not painful. A slight muscle burn or shakiness is a sign that you are getting stronger. Sharp pain, shooting pain, joint-related pain is a signal to stop and adjust. Always prioritize safety and good form over holding a pose for longer or sinking deeper into a stretch. So, how do you know when you are ready to progress? Let the wall squat be your guide. It is your built-in progress test. When you first start, you may only be able to hold it for 30 seconds. Once you can comfortably hold your wall squat for the full 2 minutes in your evening routine without losing your form, that is a clear sign that your leg strength has significantly improved. At that point, you can start to increase the challenge in your other movements. For kibidachi, try increasing your hold times by 15 seconds each week. For kibidachi, try increasing your hold times by 15 seconds each week. For neko ashidaki, you can try closing your eyes for a few seconds to further challenge your balance system. However, if you feel pain in your knees or hips during a movement, you need to modify it. For shikodachi or kibidachi, don't squat as low. A small bend in the knees is still effective. For seiza, if you feel knee pain even with a cushion, try sitting on a taller stack of cushions. On days when you feel particularly low on energy, do not skip your routine entirely. Instead, shorten it. Do just 1 minute of seiza in the morning. Do just a 1-minute wall squat in the evening. The psychological victory of maintaining the habit is far more important than the physical effort on any single day. Their stories are a powerful reminder that the goal isn't perfection. It's about showing up, day after day, and letting consistency become your greatest strength. Section 3. An invitation to a stronger future. You now have everything you need. The knowledge of the 9 movements. A clear understanding of why they work. A practical blueprint to integrate them into your life. The only thing left to do is to begin. I want to extend a direct invitation to you, a challenge to commit to this practice. Try the morning routine. Try the evening routine. For just 4 weeks. Give yourself 1 month to experience the difference firsthand. Be a curious observer of your own body. Notice the small changes. Now, I have one final request. Go to the comments section below and declare your intention. Share your first name, your age, and the city or country you are watching from. This simple act does 2 powerful things. First, it creates a sense of accountability for you. Second, it connects you to a global community of individuals who are on the same journey. Reading through the comments, you will see you are not alone. You are part of a movement of people who are choosing to age differently. Remember, the years after 50, 60, and 70 do not have to be a story of decline. They can be a story of renewal, resilience, and quiet strength. The path shown by the elders of Japan is available to all of us. It is a path paved with gentle, mindful, and consistent action. By starting today, you are giving your future self the greatest gift possible, a body that can carry you through life with confidence, a calm mind, and the freedom to live fully. Your stronger, calmer, and more independent life begins now. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, your health is your wealth. Take care of it now, so it can take of you later.
Hey self, adjust my frequency to ignite my energy as you...
Your wish is my command.